the year is halfway done, and when you do these type of lists, you really have to wait until June is done, because when you do this list, there's usually a match that comes after. But ladies and gentlemen, this right here are the best matches of the year so far. We start with number 10, Gunther versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I originally thought that this would be Gunther versus Chad Gable, but his story took a different direction. But right here, we got what makes Sami Zayn so great, and we saw why once again Gunther is just on another level. The story here was that Sami couldn't get the job done, so Gable trained him to get the job done, and Sami got the job done. Gunther had faced many a challenge before, but Sami Zayn was a different beast unto himself. Gunther threw everything and the kitchen sink at Sami, but Sami would not go away. The fighting spirit of Sami Zayn is very, very special. It allows him to reach another plateau, and he used that fighting spirit to overcome Gunther and become the Intercontinental Champion. Number 9, Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship at Double or Nothing. Needless to say, if you guys don't know, I love both of these women. I love Mercedes, I love Willow, and I was very much looking forward to this match. This match stemmed from the New Japan Strong inaugural Women's Championship tournament, which Willow won, defeating Mercedes, who got injured in that main event. And this feud allowed something special to happen. It allowed Mercedes to get back into her comfort zone and show that she's that good in the ring, but it also allowed Willow to also get out of her comfort zone, to grow more, to get better on the mic, because Willow was throwing shots, throwing barbs, and she was backing it up. We saw the growth of a young talent who was the future of this business, and we saw the return of one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. I could see these two fight again and again and again. The match was so good. Willow used her power to overcome Mercedes, whereas Mercedes used that speed and technical advantage to overcome Willow. So it was a matter of what's going to break first. But in the end, Mercedes was able to win that TBS championship, and at the end showed a lot of love and respect to Willow, and I can't wait to see these two do it again. Number 8, Will Ospreay versus Josh Alexander on Impact Wrestling. This was a rematch of a random match they just had in 2023, and if you don't know who Josh Alexander is, you should know by now. These two put on an absolute classic. This was a masterpiece in what it means to be a professional wrestler. The strength of Alexander is very, very much underrated and understated about how strong he is. So Ospreay, who has fought bigger opponents and stronger opponents, I don't think he really ever fought someone as strong as Josh Alexander, but Ospreay was on that roll moving towards AEW, so he had to knock this one off of his list, and this was a rematch that is well worth seeing. The counters, the speed, the in-ring storytelling is just something that is very, very special. In the end, we're all winners from this match. Number 7, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 40. For me personally, the winner was never in doubt. It was about Becky Lynch trying to overcome Rhea, who was just a beast. Rhea's reign had reached a year at this point, and mind you, Rhea was wrestling injured in this match, so she had a lot to overcome. Becky, we know big time Bex. We know the man. She can win it. She can do it all. But it was something about Rhea that she could not stop. Rhea was a freight train coming through the women's division. And as much as Becky tried, Rhea fought back. Rhea fought hard because she had not really faced an opponent like Becky who could counter everything, who could get into her head. And as much as Becky tried, Rhea just overpowered her, overcame her, finished her off with a riptide. 1, 2, 3. Rhea retains that Women's World Championship in a very, very fantastic match. Number 6, Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. This was a rematch of their Forbidden Door match from the previous year where Danielson got hurt. But here we are with another dream match. Danielson on that quote-unquote retirement tour. But ladies and gentlemen, go and watch this match. Once again, you see why Okada is one of the best in the business, and you see why Bryan Danielson is probably the GOAT. These two put on an absolute banger, an absolute classic of a match, and Okada got that W because what's Okada losing at Wrestle Kingdom? I could definitely see a third match for these two, whether it be in AEW, whether it be at Wrestle Dynasty, but these two are just in a league of their own. Go and watch this match. Number 5, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. This was the culmination of a 2-year story, finishing Roman's story, finishing Cody's story, and with the introduction of The Rock, this story reached a different level. Cody became a back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, something that's only been done a minute number of times. And after losing the previous tag match against The Rock and Roman Reigns, this match was contested under Bloodline rules. So Cody had to fight from behind, but with a little help from main event Jey Uso, with a little help from John Cena, and a special appearance, not by Stone Cold, but by The Undertaker, Cody was able to overcome the Bloodline and defeat Roman Reigns to not only finish his story, but start a new one. Roman, for his part, was absolutely fantastic here. Even though you've seen one Roman match, you've seen them all, so you know you get to wait till the end for things to pick up. He still did the job well enough. Number 4, Bayley versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. This match is very, very underrated. In my honest opinion, this was the best match of WrestleMania weekend. I'm sorry, it just was. I know how good Io Sky is. I don't think a lot of people knew just how good Io Sky was. We all have seen Bayley because Bayley's been in the forefront for such a long time, but this match right here showed everybody why Io Sky is one of, if not the best women's wrestler on the planet. She had an answer and a counter for every single thing that Bayley could throw at her. When Bayley went for the Rose Plant and Io just flipped out of it, I'm like, that's Io Sky. That's Io Sky. That is the genius of the ring, of the sky. And Bayley had won the Royal Rumble, so she was trying to finish her story as her group, the group that she started, turned on her. A very underrated and understated match that really opened up a lot of people's eyes and, in my opinion, stole the show. Bayley was finally able to win to finish her story and become the WWE Women's Champion. Number 3, Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson from Dynasty. Look, Danielson is on that tour, all right? He's just out here putting on banger after banger after banger. Sorry, Sheamus, had to take your line for a quick minute. And come on, man, Will Ospreay might be the best in the world right now because he's on this list multiple times. But Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson just showed you what it means to have a perfect match, to have the counters, the speed, the story, the technique. And the best part about this was it gave Will Ospreay a new character as Ospreay hit the Tiger Driver and we got that injury angle with Bryan Danielson. And Bryan Danielson is very, very good at these goddamn injury angles. I never know if he's hurt. I never know if he's healthy. But now put this doubt that crept into Will Ospreay's mind. But in the end, he was able to win. And this is a match I could see one more time before Danielson calls it quits because it was so good. And that's what you expect from Will Ospreay. That is what you expect from Bryan Danielson. Number 2, Sting's last match. Perfect. If number 1 hadn't taken place, this would be number one. Sting was calling it quits. He and Darby Allin were the AEW World Tag Team Champions, defending against the perfect opponents for them in the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks and their EVP characters wanted to retire Sting, and not only that, take the tag team championships away from them. And even though a lot of us wanted Sting's last match to be against Darby Allin, Sting said that would never happen. So you have him and the young man that he mentored, that he trained, that he helped elevate and turn to a bona fide star. You helped elevate him. The Young Bucks were perfect opponents for Sting and Darby Allin. This match was contested under no rules. We had the pomp and circumstance of Sting's sons coming up dressed like Sting from his previous eras, getting involved in the match, the pre-match video. Everything about this was so perfect. And yes, Darby Allin probably died during this match, but it's okay because we do it for the legend, the Stinger, the icon. This was so great, and I wish every legend that wanted to have their one final match got a call off, got a send off just like this. And number one, Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship at Forbidden Door. Yeah, I'm trying not to have any recency bias because this match just took place, but Lord, was it absolutely fantastic. Everything about this was immaculate. Swerve telling Ospreay, you're not taking this seriously. You got your hand in too many pots. Ospreay finally getting the thought in his mind like, oh man, he's probably right. And the crescendo to this match. There's a beautiful sequence in this match where they're going kick for kick, counter for counter, and then Ospreay hits a random Styles Clash. Swerve kicks out. Ospreay goes for the Os Cutter. Swerve anticipates that and hits a Swerve Stomp. Like, everything about this match was so good. And if you thought that Swerve was nothing more than a transitional champion just to get the belt onto Ospreay, you were wrong, because he showed why he is the champion. He showed why he is Swerve Strickland, and that it is his house. What more do we need to say about Will Ospreay? The man is wrestling on another level right now. The hidden blade that he hits, Lord, but the hidden blade that Swerve hit, my God, this was such an awesome match. But the real question is, will it stay number one? Will it remain in the top 10 when we do the full year? But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Is there a match that I missed? Is there something that you think should be in the top 10? Is there something you think shouldn't be in here? You let me know. Put it in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.